Hello all, this is on the Sicilian-Najdorf with 6 bishop e2. This move is considered a little bit more positional and has been played by Anand in his match against Kasparov, I believe. Let's start off with the opening moves. e4, c5, knight f3, d6, d4, pawn takes pawn, knight takes pawn, knight f6, knight c3, then a6, the Najdorf. Alright, bishop e2, and we play e6 here, creating our small center and preparing to develop our bishop. And now in the video, Nigel Davies video I have, it recommends b5 here, but as I put this through Fritz and through the openings book in Fritz, it shows that as a question mark, because you can play bishop f3 and take advantage of the long diagonal. In the video, it gives rook a7 as a move, but anyways, I'm not going to go over that. Okay, so now here at this juncture, white can castle. He can play an early f4 or a4 is another common move. Well, let's go over a4 first. Here, black can play an interesting move, knight c6, and after bishop e3, bishop e7, castles. And after f4, queen c7, king h1, rook e8, bishop f3, rook b8, queen d2, bishop d7, finishing development. With these bishop e2 lines, this is the type of development you're going to see. You're going to see the queen on c7. You're going to see the rooks to the e8 and b8 files, especially b8 because it gets away from the bishop f3. And you're going to see the bishop not on the long diagonal, but you're going to see it on d7. We played to d7 with the idea that if knight takes c6, we take back with our bishop or pawn, but with the bishop we can fight for the long diagonal. Okay, let's continue. Alright, we just went over a4 on move 7. Now let's go over f4, an early f4. Here, the video recommends queen b6, and after a4, let's say, knight c6, and if the knight drops back, then we can either play queen c7 is an idea that the video gives, which I don't really like, because it moves your queen again unnecessarily, because we don't need to give up this diagonal so soon, I don't believe. So you can play bishop e7 is another alternative. And instead of a4, if knight b3 after queen b6, then knight c6, bishop f3, bishop e7, queen e2, castles, and now we allow bishop e3, and then we just drop back to queen c7. And then this is the game. This is a game sample, a sample game rather. Excuse me. Okay. All right. So that was an early f4. Now another way to play this is to play bishop e7. This is what the openings book, the most common moves are. I plugged those in, and this is what the variation it gives. So bishop e7, castles. Now either castles or queen c7. So castles is one idea, and then queen c7, king h1, castles, a4, knight c6, bishop e3, rook e8, bishop f3, rook b8, queen d2, and bishop d7. Here we see our formation again, with both rooks on e8 and b8, and the bishops on e7 and d7, and the knight on c6. Okay, so in this variation, this is the formation we're going to see a lot in these variations. Alright, so now let's just look at castles, the most common move. Okay, now if you play b5, if you want to play a b5, then all you have to do is play a bishop f3, and this is already considered good for white. You're going to have to play rook a7, and you're going to lose the exchange, and if you're lucky, it's going to be equal. But if you want to play something like that, then here I'll show the variation actually. Rook a7, and then they play this e5. And now they win the exchange. And now if you play knight a4, you can win the exchange back. Well, if you play knight b1, then this isn't going to be as strong. So now attacks the knight, gaining the time. And in the sample game, white played queen a6, queen takes a6, and then black won the exchange back. So it ended up being okay for black, and even actually a little bit better. But that's not something I really want to go into. So I'll show you the other variation. After castles, now I'll just play bishop b7. Just a simple move, and after f4, castle. And now we get our formation again: queen c7, a4, knight c6 we play, bishop b3, we move our rook over we can. Bishop f3, rook b8. Whenever they play bishop f3, we play rook b8 to get off that diagonal. Queen d2 and bishop d7, finishing our development. And now in this position, black's going to reroute the bishop back on the long diagonal. Okay. And that's all for bishop b2 on move 6 from the Sicilian-Najdorf. Thanks for watching.